Morning, gentlemen. Well, I'm trying to keep with your request as we move forward. I won't bore you with all of the typical statistics and standings of the report. You have it there. I will say that I expected this quarter to be significantly lower than the previous quarters of this year, just as last year this was our lowest quarter of the year. However, it was not. We had an increase over last year by about 16%. And we actually even beat last quarter's numbers. So even though we had a significant amount of time out of the office for Christmas and Thanksgiving during this quarter, we still saw an increase of the number of veterans coming to the office to receive help.
When you say an increase by 16%, that's an increase in the number of physical visits?
No, sir. What I do, and to explain how the report was created, when I came on board, the Commissioner's Court, they, specifically Commissioner Phillips, that wanted a quarterly report, kind of giving them an idea of what was coming into the office. So I put together kind of an idea, and so I create a ticket. Either we have telephone tickets, so somebody called to the office, they were seeking help, and that was able to be provided through just telephone. Then we have office visit tickets where somebody physically came into the office. And then I have mail tickets where I actually receive either email or I actually receive, snail mail, and we create tickets via that. Now, a ticket can be created on the phone, could start that way. However, that person may need to come to the office. So if they come to the office, I change it from a phone to an office visit. So it's not logged
So
twice.
you're not double counting?
Exactly. It's not logged twice. The only number that would be double counted would be your out of county. It was about 3 quarters ago, I believe, that the Commissioner's Court, they wanted kind of some numbers on how many people outside of Kaufman County that our office was helping and assisting. And so we developed a stat, and you'll see this particular quarter, we helped 8 people outside of the county. The previous judge, as well as the commissioners, there are veteran service officers, Dallas in particular. They will not help a veteran if they're not from that county. My standpoint and my recommendation or my request was that we're here to help veterans. We'd like to help veterans of Kaufman County, but I don't want to turn away any veteran. So I help everybody, and will continue to do so unless directed to do otherwise. Sometimes that may just be providing them with information. You'll see on that report that we had 8. 4 of those people were out of state, California, Utah, Arizona, Oklahoma. Some of those people, I can't do anything on paper for them, but I may send them an email with a form, or I may tell them who to go to, or I may have to go on to the VA's website and research what service officer for them is nearby and whatnot, because not every state has an outstanding veteran service officer program such as the state of Texas. We're the best, obviously. So I have to find them somebody else to provide that help. It may be at their local VA, or it may be through a DAV office or something of that nature. But their phone call or their request took time from our office to assist them. So that's how the tickets are created. You'll see on the first slide that I provided you that we had 175, and then the little next column there on that shows, oops, wait a minute, looking at the wrong one, shows how many people. We had 82 telephone requests this quarter. 81 of them have been completed or closed. We had 78 office visits. Those are people, and that's not, it's not double tap. So if somebody came in and they needed to come back for a follow-up appointment, that's not 2 appointments or 2 office visits. That's 1 person, 1 office visit. If we completed that particular event, let's say, for example, I made a claim request for them, and before the quarter was over, we received word back that said your claim was denied, and they wanted to appeal it. Well, if we then did an appeal, that would warrant a second, because it's a totally separate event. A whole new set of procedures are done. So that'd be the only way, like, 1 person coming to the office would be logged twice if they were there for something totally separate. If their initial visit, their event was complete, we took care of their issue, we satisfied their need, then I would close that ticket, mark it as done, and if they came back later that month, then I would create a whole new separate event, unless it was related to the first one directly, and maybe they came in to say, hey, have you heard anything? I wouldn't log that as an event, so to speak. So that's